he's played a lot of different roles in the offenses that I've, been in charge of. So, playing left tackle, tight end, right guard. Like he's done anything ever asked of him.
Adam, your conclusion watching Axiata in practice for the last 6 months, and what does he need to do to be a factor next year?
I mean, we'll see. I'll worry about that in a couple weeks. I'm not going to worry about it right now.
I noticed you like to wear the throwback stuff. I kind of like it.
It's the only hat that fits me. That's why I wear it.
No,
I don't know. Like some hats fit me better than others.
Can you just pretend for the sake of the story that you really like that?
There's no chance.
Do you understand that we have to have stuff to write about this?
What do you think of the throwback and ensemble?
Oh, I mean, it's a good change up for us. I think, anytime you have a change in uniform, just every once in a while, I think it's a fun experience for the players, especially when the other team does the same thing. I wear what fits me, so.
And what has Jakeem Grant showed you these last few weeks about how he can be used from scrimmage?
He causes a lot of problems for the defense, because you can put him in the slot, you can put him outside, you put him in the backfield. You're not afraid to give him the ball, as a running back. The speed, obviously, is something that really is a challenging thing for the defense. Because I don't think guys realize how quick and how fast he can accelerate until they get in a game. Even last time we played Buffalo, there was one time when we threw him the ball and it looked like it was blanketed and he gets 10 yards. He's really done a lot of good things. It's good to see that we finally could get him going, get him involved. Wish we would have probably put him in there more earlier in the season. We just never really got rolling to where it was, easy to kind of switch up personnel groups.
With Jakeem, could you take us through, in your mind, positives of the occasional time in spots when you go 4 receivers with your 3 top guys and Jakeem? Obviously, that's one less tight end or one less something else. What are the pluses, minuses of that sort of grouping?
It's just it's an unusual thing for a defense to see when you do that. Some teams, when we hadn't shown it, and then when you throw it in there, they're not really prepared for it. They're not really sure what we're going to do with it because we start moving guys all over the place and different guys in the backfield, different guys in different spots, slot outside. I think when we have multiple guys that can play inside between Kenny, Jarvis, Jakeem, it just causes issues where guys are. It's hard to focus on one player, and it's fairly easy for our guys to move around when we're in that package.
Adam, I believe you guys have allowed 32 sacks, which is like 11th fewest or tied for 11th fewest. How do you think pass protection has been this season?
I think we've been a little streaky. It seems like we've had some games where, ball's been coming out on time. We've been getting open quick. Guys have done a good job of blocking. I think there's been some games where it's just been it's been really tough for us. And it's, the one thing we talk about as an offense is it's really on all of us, from play call to quarterback getting the ball out, the receivers getting open, being in the right spots, and then the line doing a good job of blocking. And then if we're pressured, making sure everybody's on the right guy. It seems like we've had games where we have 0 sacks, and then the next game we'll have 6. And it's not just the line's fault. It would come from a couple different areas. And, for us, it's just like anything else. We just need to be consistent.
Is that kind of the plight of a 6 or 7 win team, that kind of inconsistency in areas such as that, do you think?
That's exactly what it is.
To piggyback on that, from non-expert, non-film watching standpoint, you lost your entire right side of the offensive line, and the guys who are there now, the backups, seem to be better than the guys who were there before. And certainly not any decline. Why is that? Or am I wrong?
I don't want to say you're wrong because I feel like that's something that I do need to look at hard of how much changed. Did we change play calling? Was the personnel of the backs, what we were doing schematically? I do like the overall picture. I need to take a look at to see if it's an individual thing we're looking at, if it's a whole offensive thing. But I would say that those 2 guys, for whatever reason, seem to connect quickly, play well together, and they did a good job of learning quickly of how to handle what they were going through. Because, I mean, they had never played together, and most of the time when we were practicing, Jesse was at right tackle and Sam was at left tackle. So it's not like they were working an individual or anything like that. So, you know, whatever it is, they just clicked really quick. And, you know, I know Sam's seen a lot more than Jesse has over his career, and I think Jesse's been a quick study. And, you know, they've done a good job. It's hard to compare because I guess I just keep thinking there was a lot of different circumstances going on earlier in the season where we were having a lot more mistakes than just two guys. So, but I do need to take an overall look at what was going on from early to late and just kind of really move from there.
How do you assess the year Devontae has had and the fact that now 3 years in he hasn't been a complete season? How do you assess going forward?
I mean, once again, it's, you know, I'll figure that out in a couple of weeks. I mean, he's been healthy and then hurt and trying to recover. You know, I mean, things happen during a season. You know, it's hard to control where you feel great and you feel like you've recovered from an injury. And all of a sudden, you catch a screen and you're running, and all of a sudden a guy falls on the back of your leg. I mean, we can ask him not to do that, but there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's not his fault. I mean, things like that happen, and sometimes you have these injuries, and it just seems like it keeps compiling. But, you know, all of a sudden, 1 year, it doesn't happen, and then things look different.
Do you still see him as that number one going forward?
I don't know. I never look at it like the 1, 2. Whoever's open, catch the ball and get some yards. That's what I'm for.
I'm sorry, how, Lawrence Timmons, how would you describe his season, his year?
I think he's done a good job when he came back. He's very quiet, works every day at practice, everything he has. He's been model citizen since he's returned. I mean, for a veteran player, I haven't been around too many guys that does not miss snaps in practice. I mean, he is going game speed every day. It's been very impressive to watch. I understand why his career has been what it's been over time.
How would you assess the linebacker play in general this season?
I won't figure all that out after the season. I mean, obviously nobody's done anything great. What are we? One of the worst offenses in the league and back half of the defense, so we got a lot of work to do.
All right, thank you.